Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda and I'm from amandacrochets.com, and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful blossom baby blanket. This is a beginner stitch because all you need to know is how to make double crochets as well as a chain stitch. And the way that it comes out, it kind of looks like little fans with the two double crochets here. And yeah, it's a very easy and beginner friendly blanket, and it is made with 2.5 cakes of Lion Brand Mandala Ombre yarn. So the finished blanket ended up being a 32 by 32 inch blanket. However, you can always change up the sizing of your blanket by changing the multiples of your chain, which I will get into in a minute. But I really like this yarn because it was very soft and very squishy, and I kind of like that ombre-ish look to it, and I like how it's just color changing automatically and you don't really have to do any of the necessary work as far as getting a whole bunch of different skeins of yarn and making that stripe look. However, if you do want to use different yarn, you are more than welcome to do this. So let's get on with making the Blossom Baby Blanket. So like I mentioned, the Blossom Baby Blanket is made using the Lion Brand Mandala Ombre, and I am using the color Tranquil. And this yarn is a 5.3 ounce cake, or 150 grams. It's 344 yards or 315 meters. It is machine washable and dryable, and it's 100% acrylic. It's labeled as a worsted weight number 4 yarn, and the recommended hook size is a US I9 or 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. So these are what the colors look like. They do have a few other colors in the line, so if you want to use a different color, feel free to do that. And then I am also using a size I 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. So for the Blossom Baby Blanket, you're going to need to chain a multiple of 4 plus 3. That means you're going to chain 4 plus 4 plus 4 into your desired length, or your desired width, and then you're going to add 3 more chains onto the end. So if you want to follow along with my Blossom Baby Blanket, you're going to chain 107. However, today I'm just going to do a small swatch. So I'm just going to do a multiple of 4. So I'm going to do 4 times 5, which is 20. And then I'm going to add 3 more chains onto the end. So I'm going to make a swatch with a total of 23 chains. So you're just going to make your slip knot. And to make a chain, you're going to do yarn over your hook, and you're going to pull through that loop on your hook. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, now that you have your 107 chains, or your multiple of 4 plus 3, you're going to work in the 5th chain from your hook. And in that 5th chain from your hook, you're going to work 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. So the loop on your hook does not count, and you're going to count 5 chains from your hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So in this chain right here, you're going to make 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. So to make a double crochet, you're going to do yarn over your hook, insert your hook into that chain. Okay, then you're going to yarn over your hook, pull through that chain, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, 2 loops remain, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops, and that is your double crochet. So again, yarn over your hook, insert your hook into that same chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now you have your 2 double crochets, and that stitch that the chains that you skipped at the very beginning are now going to count as your double crochet. So you have 2 double crochets right here. Don't count this one because that's just going to be separate. But you have your 2 double crochets, then you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to make 2 more double crochets in that very same chain that you just made your other 2 double crochets. And this will give it a nice fan look to it. Okay, so after you do that, you're going to skip 3 chains, and in the chain after that you're going to work 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. So you're going to skip 3 chains, so 1, 2, and 3, and then in the chain after that you're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. So that's your first double crochet. Oops. Okay, chain 1, and then 2 more double crochets. Okay, so you're just going to repeat this all the way down. So you're going to skip 3 chains, and then in the chain after that you're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, and you're going to repeat this all the way across until you have 2 chains remaining. So again, you're going to have 1, 2, 3 skip chains, and in the chain after that you're going to make 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. And this is a really good beginner pattern because you're just learning how to make a beautiful project by simply using a double crochet and a chain stitch. So skip 3, 1, 2, and 3, and in that chain after that you're going to make 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, all on that same chain. Okay, 1, 2, 3 skip chains, and in the chain after that you're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Okay, and now I have 2 chains remaining, so I'm going to skip 1 chain, and then the final chain after that I'm just going to work 1 double crochet. So skip the chain, and in the very last chain you're going to work a double crochet. So basically you're going to have your fan stitches in between, and then on either side of the blanket, to make it more balanced, you're going to have 1 double crochet. So this is what your first row will look like. As you can see, my yarn already changed colors, and that's the beauty of working with the self-striping yarn. So to move on to row 2, you're going to go ahead and chain 3 and turn. So 1, 2, and 3, and then you're going to turn your work. That chain 3 is going to count as your double crochet. So next you're going to work 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets in each of the chain 1 spaces from the previous row. So again, this is going to count as your first double crochet on the beginning of your blanket. And then here's your fan from the previous row. So you have your 2 double crochets, your chain 1, and then your 2 double crochets. So in order to make this blanket work and have everything be in balance, you're going to work in this chain 1 space right here. So you're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, all in that chain 1 space. So instead of going in the top of your stitches, you're simply going to go right into that chain 1 gap and just work your 2 double crochets, chain 1, and 2 double crochets. And this will make your fans sit on top of one another, and it will look very beautiful and very even once you do that. So see, they're kind of stacked on top of one another. So you're just going to do the same thing. So you're going to skip this cluster right here, this cluster right here, and you're going to work in between those double crochets. So you don't have to skip anything like you did with the first row. You're simply just working in the chain 1 spaces. And then you would repeat this all the way down until you get to the very end. And then when you get to the very end, you're just going to make 1 double crochet. So if you're working the Blossom Baby blanket, then you're just going to have a lot more to do. But if you're just working this little swatch before you make the blanket, you're just going to work in between the chain 1 space. So chain 1, 2 double crochets. And then this project is very easy once you get the hang of it. It's just a 1 row repeat, and you can just sit down and watch TV or whatever you would like to do. It's very easy to just kind of understand how to make the stitches and move on to each row after that, because it's just the same thing over and over and over again. Okay, so you're coming up to your last fan right here. So you're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. And then, like I said, when you get to the very end, you're going to find that chain space that you skipped at the very beginning. So right here, and in the very top right there, you're just going to make a double crochet. And this is what it looks like. So again, you're just going to repeat this over and over again. You're always going to stack the double crochets on top of one another just like that by working in that chain 1 space. So for row 3 and beyond, you would just repeat row 2 until your blanket is your desired height. Again, my Blossom Baby blanket ended up being about 32 inches wide by 32 inches high. You can make this any size you like, again, by just changing up that multiple at the beginning. So that's really all you have to do. And I used 2.5 cakes of that Mandala Ombre yarn, like I said, and I just kept making my blanket as big as I would like it. And again, it ended up being about 32 by 32, and I think it's a really nice blanket. So again, here's the finished blanket. I did not add a border on it. However, if you do want to add a border, you can go ahead and do that, but I thought it was pretty enough without one. And yeah, I just really liked how this looked. I liked the striping effect. I feel like the ombre even has like these little white flecks in it, as you can see. Kind of looks, I guess, a little bit stone washed is what I would call it. But I thought it was really pretty with all the different colors. And you have like this reddish color, like more of a hot pink. You have orange, purple, green, and like this turquoise blue a little bit. So that's it for this tutorial on how to make the Blossom Baby Blanket. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this beginner-friendly baby blanket tutorial. Please like, comment, and subscribe to see all future videos by me. And as always, if there's ever a project that you want to see or a video that you want me to make, please let me know in the comment section below, and I will be more than happy to try and get to that video for you. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye everyone.